everyone. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Janet and I'm with Parker Avenue Wreaths and Things. I would like to welcome you to day 1 of 3 Mondays of Thanksgiving. And what I will be doing is coming to you 3 times, 3 different Mondays. Today, next Monday, the following Monday. And I will be showing you ways to decorate certain things in your home for Thanksgiving. Today I'll be focusing on the mantle. Next Monday will be the front porch with a hanging fall basket. And the third and final Monday right before Thanksgiving will be a simple centerpiece for your dinner table for all your guests to enjoy while they're visiting you. Everything that I will be using today I already had, meaning I brought my bins up from the basement and went through, and I don't want you to feel like you have to go run out and buy anything. However, if you do, please note that everything that we will be using today, I either bought at Hobby Lobby or Walmart or Michael's, and of course it was on sale. I know for sure right now that those stores are having some fall clearance sales because they're wanting you to come in and buy Christmas items. And everything is basic, it's not expensive, and let's just get started. Now, I have a wooden mantle, and so what I have done is I took like 4 small 1-inch nails that I actually nailed in up here at 4 places, like down here on the end, here, here, and down here, as anchor points. They're about 1 inch out from the back wall, just so that the garland has something to hold on to. I don't suggest you put nails in your mantle. It's up to you. Mine are so small you can't see them, and I always have stuff up there, so it's not a big deal. You might also want to use some command hooks, or maybe your mantle is deep enough where you can just put garland on it and it will stay just fine. So the fireplace mantle decorations that we will be using today start out with this evergreen garland, and it's probably about 9 feet long. I will be doubling it up, going across and back over for some thickness, but it's not an expensive one. You can see it's very thin, very thin. I don't know how many points are on it, but I'm sure it was less than $10. So what you will do with this one is you will start on one end, and we will fluff it. Now, I'm going to have the first layer on top of the mantle be pushed back into the corner up there. So like right here is the back corner there of the mantle, and it will be tight up against there. So when I fluff it, it's all going to be fluff like this. It won't be an open fluff. Does that make sense? It'll be like a corner fluff. Okay. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to take this first part up here, and I'm just going to take this long one here and just wrap it around my first nail. Okay? And then as we come along, I'll just fluff it quickly. What are you all doing today? I hope you're having a great day. I know it's pretty cold and foggy here. It's very foggy all day long. It's been foggy. All right, I'm at the second nail right now. And as you can see, I can let go and it's going to stay put. Now, I didn't wrap it around or anything. It's just tucked back there. And I do want all of these little branches to stick out. And I know what you're thinking. Why is she putting up an evergreen garland for Thanksgiving? Well, if we plan to repurpose this during our 12 days of Christmas, where I'm going to come back and talk to you about different things to do during Christmas time. Some will be crafts, some will be decorating, some recipes, who knows? All right, I'm at the third one. And that's because we're going to leave this up. We're not going to take this down. We're just going to take the fall things off of it. And that kind of makes for some more easy and quick decorating. All right, there's that third nail. the wreath, I did not make the wreath. I know you might be wondering that. So no, it's not for sale. I bought that quite a while ago. It's not an expensive wreath. It's just a couple of leaves and some pumpkins on a grapevine. Sure, I got it on clearance somewhere. Hobby Lobby, Walmart, I don't know. But you know, I'm sure I didn't pay much for it because, you know, if I make something and I buy the same thing, I'm not going to pay a lot of money for it. All right, so now I'm down at the end. I'm actually, you know what, I'm going to fold these straight up some more. I think that will go better. Now I'm down at this last nail, and I'm just going to bring it around. And just fluff a little bit as I go. Doesn't have to be perfect, just, you know, unfold the branches a little bit so they don't look like they've been sitting in a box for 3 years like this probably has. I don't know. And this last one on the end, I'm just going to wrap it around the nail a little bit. And just give it a little fluff. And as I'm doing it, I'm still pushing it back towards the back wall of the mantle. And I'm not being delicate with it. You know, I'm not beating it up, but I'm just getting it back there. All right, so that's what we have so far. The next thing I would like to put up there is this leaf garland. Okay, I have 2 pieces of this. It's the deeper fall colors. It's probably, I don't know, 8 feet long. So I'm going to take this other piece first because it's actually missing quite a few leaves in the middle. That's okay. I'm not going to put them back on because since it is going to be in the middle, you won't notice that the leaves aren't there, and quite frankly, the leaves will be in the way. All right, so actually, it's easy for me. This right here, this knob is the middle of my mantle. I'm just going to stick this back there, and I'm actually putting it behind the evergreen. And the evergreen will hold it in place for us. And it will just peek up a little bit back there. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Nature is definitely not perfect out there. All right. Now I'm going to use the second piece that I have. And as you can see, it's not an expensive piece of garland. Very thin. And this one, I'm going to weave a little bit and anchor it in with the evergreen. So, like I'll put it in between 2 pieces and just give it a twist, just so it stays secure. And I've gone down probably about, I don't know, foot and a half for the second twist. And down here another maybe foot and a half, not sure. Like I said, not perfect, it just needs to be up there. And this last twist right down here. And now you can go back, since it's secure up there, and rearrange it a little bit if you want. don't get too hung up on arranging it and making it all pretty yet, because we're going to be placing some things up here. All right, now, the next thing I want to show you is this. I'm going to put this up on the mantle. Let me tell you, all this is. This, of course, is one of those hollow pumpkins. I know you can get them at Michael's for sure, but make sure you get them on sale if you don't have one. This is a cream-colored one, and I don't know, it's probably maybe the 8-inch size, 8 or 9 inches. And I cut the top off right here, and this thing that's inside of it, it's simply one of these. I got this at Walmart, I do know that. And what I did was, I took all this off. And this you can leave on if you like the paper as decor or not. I don't, so I took it off. But so then, to get mine to look full like that, I just started, some of these I pushed down lower, because I wanted them lower, but I just started bending these, you know, the way I wanted them to bend. And I bent them all towards the front, because nobody needs to see flowers on the back side of the mantle, right? Unless you have a two-way mantle, I don't know. So as you can see how full it becomes. And then over here, let's see, we have this cool thing. Now this you can actually take out and move towards the front. This is just styrofoam in there. And so that's what I did with that. So, can you see that? Okay. And there's also, you know, some of these that you can take out. You know, and put over here and bend these down. Bring these leaves to the front. Anyways, so what, you get the point. You can take all of this out, rearrange it, and just, these are all wired. You can just bend them down to where you want them to be. And so then we came to this, and I just decided to put a piece of ribbon right around here, and I took the raffia that was actually on it when I purchased it, and just put it around here. So I thought this would look good up here. The light color would brighten it up a bit, give some fall colors, because on the other side I have something old. This is an old, like, hay wagon, and there's actually a small piece of hay in here, and the little scarecrow. I've had this for a long time, long time. But again, I got it at one of those stores that I mentioned earlier, and I usually have this on the credenza by the front door, and I thought, oh, I can put it on the mantle this year. Why not? What the heck? So that's what I decided to do. So I thought, well, I like that. What do you think of that so far? All right. Now, I have 4 kids, and one of my children, her name is Christina. She actually made this in school one year. And it's just like a lunch bag that they had painted orange with painted top green, stuffed it probably with some newspaper and put some raffia on here. But I display this every year, and I don't want anyone to ruin it. So, you know, like, grandkids, might touch it or something. I don't know. But anyway, so I thought, well, you know what? I have this blank corner up here, and I can just stick that right up there in that corner. Kind of to fill that in right here. All right. It's coming together a little bit so far. Now, I also have some other options. Like, you can use something like this, instead of the wagon. You know, and of course, you know, fluff that up a little bit to make it look better. You know, something like that. Or I have a small topiary, which you could also use if that's what you have. You know, of course, fluff it up a little bit. I'm just trying to show you some different options. So you don't have to go to a florist and buy all these unless you want to. These are just regular things that, you know, I got. You could probably even find some of these things secondhand at the Goodwill, for example, people that don't want them anymore. But I'm going to move forward with our little hay wagon because I have to display him. Her, I mean. And then my daughter's pumpkin that I think fills in that spot nicely. All right, I have some pilgrims. And let's see. Oh, actually, you know what? I take that back. These I purchased at Kohl's quite a few years ago. I think they're super cute. So I'm just going to nestle these two right up here. I just switched them around a little bit so that they would fit better. And I also have some Indians. Not sure where these are from. Hold on a minute. No, I don't know. I'm sure they were from Hobby Lobby. They look like this. They're about 1 foot tall. So these two, I am going to secure back in the green a little bit. So I'm just going to wrap the evergreen around the front there and give it a little twist. Just so they stay a little more secure. All right, now I don't want to do too much because, you know, it's not Christmas. Christmas is when we go crazy. We go all out and decorate with all the sparkly, beautiful colors and everything. But this is fall. It's a relaxing time of the year. But I did find these 3 candles that I wasn't sure about. But I decided to use them because of the color that they are. Now, I am not going to light these candles because I don't want my house to burn down. I don't want the wreath or the garland to catch on fire. But you could use those flameless candles. I got one. Hold on a minute. You know, one of these, they're about the same height as well. I just decided that I didn't want to go with the white this year. And I, like I said, I didn't want to go run to the store and buy anything. So I'm using what I have. So we have these. I think they add some nice fall color. I had this ribbon already on hand. You might need to buy this. It's a 2.5 inch ribbon. It's a thick material, and it looks shiny and glittery, but it's no glitter. It's actually like the fine metallic woven into the ribbon. And this, hold on a minute, let me look. It actually came from Walmart, believe it or not, this beautiful ribbon. I already went ahead and tied it up and made the bow, and I just put a zip tie right there to hold it. Can you see that? Because when I put it up here and fluff it up, you're not going to see it, but I wanted it to be tight. And I just thought, you know, I'm just going to set these around the candles. it's going to be just like that. Just to give it a little bit more color, make it a little bit more formal. And again, I'm not going to light these. I don't recommend lighting them. Please don't light the candles if you have them in this layout. All right, so we need a little something else. Let's see, what else do we have? Let me look around at everything that I got. Oh, I have some leaves and a couple of picks. Alright, sorry it took so long. I had these. They still had the price tags on them. They were 99 cents a piece. I'm not sure where I got them, but I can tell you it was probably Walmart or Hobby Lobby. I've never used these before, but you know, if you want a little bit more color up here, you know, you can stick them in up there like that. Actually, I think I'm going to do this over here a little bit more, right next to the candles. All right, I had a couple other picks over here that I liked. I have this one. It has, looks like a couple, an apple, a pear, some berries, and you know, it's too much, I think, for either one of these places. So I'm going to try and divide it up in half as much as I can. Maybe like that. I'm going to give them a cut. I should have brought my wire cutters. Hold on 1 minute. I'm going to get wire cutters. Alright, so I actually had to go find a pair of wire cutters out of my husband's toolbox. So this is what I have left of this. But I kept them in half. I just cut them off. So I'm going to hold it together in my hand because I didn't wrap anything around here to keep it together. And I'm just going to stick it in up here. And then I have this other one. I might rearrange this one a little bit because I like that apple showing, and also the berries. So I'll do it like that. And I'll just stick it in there like so. I have a couple loose leaves. Down here on the floor, they have fallen off things. And I see that I could probably stick one right here. And another one over here. All right, what do you think of that? Easy peasy, didn't take long at all. I didn't run out to the store. So you could replace any of these things up here with your own items. You know, like if you liked this the way it was, you can just put this up there, you know, just like that. And again, you know, we have this. This is straight from the store. I didn't make this. I bought it just like this. see what, oh, the topiary. We had one of those as well. You know, something like this. Or this, if you don't want all the florals, you can just, you know, use a little pumpkin like that. You could also use some candle holders, you know, some metallic, you know, candle holders. Most of what I have back in the dining room is brass. You know, like if you just had one candle here and no wreath, you could just put the one candle here as your centerpiece. That would work also. Oh, hold on. I have a turkey. This would work as your centerpiece as well. It's not as big as it looks. It's probably maybe, I don't know, 16 inches long. But you know, you could put him up here or even over in the corner, depending on, you know, your mantle and what you'd like. Even this sign, Happy Harvest. This sign was from Walmart, and when I bought this, it was $5.98. You could put that right there instead of the candles. I also have this other pumpkin. It says Autumn Blessings. It's somewhat slender, so it could fit on the mantle pretty well. But you know, you could put that up here also. Or if you have two, or even just one, you could put one on one side and then something else on the other side. You know, it's totally up to you. This was all about, you know, giving you some ideas of how to decorate your mantle. I think I'm going to leave my mantle like that for now. I like it how it is. So then we'll, at Christmas when we come back, we'll just take all of the orange and yellow off and replace it with Christmas colors and leave the evergreen background. I know you thought, why in the world is this woman putting up a Christmas garland for a fall mantle setting? Well, it gives the evergreen gives it some depth, some volume, and you know, you really can't see it much. You really can't. Not really. Here, I'll zoom in for you a little bit. See, it just gives it a little bit of volume there. And there's the cream pumpkin with the flowers I put in it. The 3 candles with the bow that I'm not going to light. More of the garland. There's the Indians there. And my hay wagon with the homemade pumpkin. Now I will be listing some fall wreaths in my Etsy store very soon. Just a couple though, because I want to head on into Christmas. Alright, so there's our mantle. I'll show you the whole fireplace there. See if I can get back far enough. Alright, so that's what my fireplace will look like with my fall decorations. Fall is my favorite time of the year. I just love the colors. It's so warm. Just love it. Alright, so thank you for joining me today. You know, I hope this gives you some ideas of things that you can do with your own mantle. Remember to join me next Monday when we do my front porch, and we'll make the fall hanging basket to hang on your front porch. And then the following Monday after that, we'll be doing the Thanksgiving centerpiece for your dinner table. Okay. Now in December coming up, I'm going to do a series of the 12 days of Christmas. There'll be some decorating, some crafting, some doing some traditional things. within your budget. I love being able to help people decorate within their budget. And I know some people's budget is a lot more than others. But like I said, everything that I have up here, I already had. I did not go out to the store this weekend and buy any of it. Not even the wreath. And that it's a pretty wreath, but you can change that out and put, you know, and anything else. You know what? That reminds me. Hold on 1 minute. I have a couple other things that you could use up there instead of that wreath. I have this one, which is pretty. It's a bit thinner. It has some metallic pumpkins in it. It is very pretty, though. It is very pretty. And I actually had this up first, and I took it down. I decided it wasn't, you know, what I wanted right now. But this is like a grapevine, like maple leaf. You know, and just to give you an idea, you know, you could put that up there too. It doesn't have to be a round wreath, not at all.